Hey, what's going on, guys? Caleb here. If you haven't heard, tariffs have been imposed on Mexico, Canada, and China. Let's talk about it. All right, guys. So, a tariff is a tax that's imposed on imported goods. So, the Trump administration have announced tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. So, starting with Canada, he's doing a 25% tariff on them with a lowered 10% tariff on energy, such as crude oil and natural gas, 25% tariff on Mexico, and a 10% tariff on China. So I know there's a lot of uncertainty, guys, on, how is it going to affect you, especially in the preparedness community. So let's get into that. All right, guys. So we'll get started with Canada, um, along with, of course, crude oil, because the U.S. gets the most crude oil from Canada and Mexico. Canada being first, Mexico being second. Along with that, we have electricity. All right. So a number of northern U.S. states get their electricity from Canada. So, or a portion of it. So we have New York, Minnesota, North Dakota, Washington, California, just to name a few. So, along with that, we also have a good bit of spirits like alcohol, we have wine, beer. We get a number of that from Canada as well. So, those are just a number of things from Canada that we can expect the prices to change on some. So, now we'll go to Mexico. Of course, along with, crude oil from Mexico, we have cars, car parts, um, produce, of course, avocados from Mexico. Everyone knows that slogan, right? We get our avocados from there. We get some beef and poultry from there. And a caveat, we get beef and poultry from Canada as well. So, those are some of the things that can also be disrupted with these tariffs as well. All right. So, then we go to China. Need I say more? I'll say it again, China, right? Pretty much everything, guys. Most of our clothing comes from there, electronics, appliances, you name it, and China makes it, right? So those are some of the things that, will be disrupted in some way. And my thoughts on how it will affect the preparedness community is, with these prices of these things going up, can you still prep at the same rate that you were prepping at before? That remains to be seen, right? Like, unfortunately, this is just something that we're just going to have to wait out and see what happens. Um, and guys, one of the things that I'm also concerned about are the retaliatory tariffs, right? So, Mexico and Canada have already said that they are imposing retaliatory tariffs on, imported goods that we send up there. And Trump, we know he's not backing down. He said it himself, quote unquote. We can play that game all they want. So, guys, neither side is backing down. And, it's just a lot of uncertainty out there, So, for me, I just wanted to share my thoughts and, everybody just hold on for the ride, right? Like, that's all we can do at this point is just see what's going to happen. Guys, it's probably good to think about things that, you purchase that is normally sourced from these countries and maybe find alternatives, right? So you have, meat and poultry. If you get meat and poultry that comes from one of these two places, you can go to, your local butcher and see where they source their stuff from. I know a lot, depending on where you live at, you can find local, grown and raised and processed beef and poultry. Here in Georgia, of course, we have a city here that's called the poultry capital of the world, so luckily I have, a couple of farmers markets that's by me. Maybe I can try to source some things from there. Of course, it's not that easy. I understand that that's an oversimplification, but it's just a couple of options that, can give you for when things actually get to where you can't afford them anymore. Because again, we don't know how high this is going to go. I don't see, at this point, I don't see either side folding, right? So I think we just gotta, stay fluid in this situation, stay flexible, and, try to, unfortunately, try to find some, alternative options if things get too expensive in a realm that you can afford, afford, of course. And what I mean by that is some things are inevitable. Like I said, Mexico provides car parts. If you need a car repair and they get the part from there, unfortunately, that's unavoidable, right? We get most of our crude oil from Mexico and from Canada. So I can see us feeling that at the pump, you know. And again, guys, this isn't a political post at all. It's just me being aware and paying attention to the things that's happening and just giving my thoughts and giving some insight into what we can do to make it sting a little bit less. This is not a political channel at all. That's not the mission of this channel. We want everyone to prepare, regardless of your political affiliation or anything like that, guys. So, again, we'll just see what happens. Please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. You guys stay aware, stay safe, and we'll see y'all next time.